the one and only Linda Clemons of Sisterpreneur. Hi, Linda. How you doing?
Wonderful. And congratulations, sis, on your
Thank
first
you.
show, one of many. And I'm so excited to be able to kick this off with you. So thank you so much for having me.
Yes, yes. Thanks for being here. Wearing that lovely shade of blue. That blue is gorgeous on you.
Thank you.
So the name of your company is Sisterpreneur, and I want to know more about Sisterpreneur, and so do the viewers. So pull us in. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Absolutely. So Sisterpreneur Incorporated, we're headquartered right here in Indianapolis, Indiana. The company has been in existence for well over 25 years. And what we do, we empower women entrepreneurs to build their business to the area of prosperity so that they can do a couple of things. Number one, give back to their community, give back to the nation, and empower the world through entrepreneurship and philanthropy. So we have to build a strong foundation. And so many women, they have the gift, they have the talent, they have expertise, but they may not have the business sense and the structure to really run a business. And so that's what we do. We help women who are in that mid-level and they want to level up, as Sierra would say, and go to the next level in business. So that's what I do through my company. As a professional, I travel around the world with two areas of expertise.
Okay.
I'm a sales expert and a nonverbal communications expert, behavioral expert. So what that is I'm a body language expert. So imagine combining the sales strategies and the sales acumen and the body language and combining that together. Those are the two things that have taken me to the top in the sales arena. And to the people that are listening, baby, it doesn't matter what you do, honey. You are going to be selling because it's the art of persuasion, the art of negotiation. You are going to be selling someone on your idea, your business, your product or services. It is so critical. So that's what I do. So I keep busy. I love life and I'm blessed by the best.
Yes, yes. Now you sent me a link to an Instagram just before we started, and I loved it. The sass, the energy, and it said here, I took a little note. It says unleash the sexual magnetism. And sexual energy, a lot of times women think that sexual energy is just for the bedroom, but it's not. Sexual
It's
energy
not.
is just what we should exude. So can you talk a little bit about how you can transfer that energy, not just for the bedroom, but to the boardroom and everything else that you're doing in business?
Absolutely. Imagine it. Imagine an internal flame in you, an internal fire that attracts other people, that radiates that warmth, that radiates that energy and sensuality. So, as a body language expert, of course, I'm working with lawyers, law enforcement, CEOs of major Fortune 100 and 500 corporations, even politicians. And so, even when I'm, doing commentary on perhaps what's going on in our world today, perhaps like the George Floyd or during the election, our body language is also critical, not just in our business life, but in our personal life. But when you use that inner fire, often called charisma, it's when people say, there is something about this sister. There is something about this queen. I don't know what it is, but I want to be around it. And that's the same thing, ladies, that attract people to you who are working for you, be it suppliers, your partners, your vendors, your team. It draws people to you. And it begins with it. Now, here's the deal. Whatever you think about, you'll be about. So if you constantly think it, and sis, and talking with wealth and talking about prosperity and how we heal ourselves, if you are constantly thinking about being in a poverty situation, I'm not going to be able to have them barely making ends meet. Well, guess what? You want to make ends meet. And when they do meet, it becomes a circle. You are running around. But if you continue to talk like that, knowing that your tongue is connected to the speech center of your brain, you can speak that thing into existence. So be careful of what you say, because it may manifest because you called it into action.
Yes, the power of life and death is in the tongue. We hold the key to our tomorrow and our destiny. So when you started putting Sisterpreneur together, what was your idea? Like, what was the roadmap? How did you come to this idea to bring sales and sexual energy and magnetism together as a platform for women?
So here's the thing, in the in the sales is the area of expertise of which I hold prior to, I've been in sales all my life. So, and I've been a
I
nonverbal
think
communications
we
expert.
all have, haven't we?
Yes,
And
yes.
don't know it.
And really, and don't realize it, you know, and been a expert in nonverbal communication for 40 years. I know your viewers are watching thinking, look at that sweet little young thing. Baby, honey, listen, I've been here for a minute. All right. I've been here for a minute. But here is the thing. I've always been big in networking and bringing and connecting the dots and bringing people together. And so when I began to work and develop my business, I had wonderful mentors and wonderful femtors that will be that were able to share their best practices. And I'm constantly always learning. See, here is the thing to your audience out there: when you green, you grow. And when you're ripe, you rot. You constantly learn. And you cannot build a house upon sand. We already know it's look what's happening in the hurricane around the world, and look what's happening in different parts of the world. If it's having a hard time standing on a strong on a foundation, which we thought was strong, if your business is not built on a solid foundation. So I'm thinking, if I'm thinking that, and I'm able to build a business, you know, a multi-million-dollar business, build it for 25 years, going through the first critical 7 years, 5 to 7 years in business as to whether you make it. Man, oh man, I'm thinking there are other women out there that have that talent, that have that product, and have that service. But yet, Erica, yet, they don't know how to scale or build their business. Yeah. And that's what motivated me to bring in the sisters, if you will, bring in those powerful women, and we collectively collaborate, share resources, share tools and strategies. And that's what we do. We do it through a conference that I've been doing for 45 years.
It's my goodness, tell us about that. Tell us about that conference.
Yeah, and the conference is titled Women Embracing Our Power, Health, Self, and Wealth. And even all my sponsors are related into one of those categories: health, self, and wealth. And to the women out there, and Queen, Queen,
yes,
if they do not take care of their health, listen, boo, you're not going to have any wealth.
Nothing else matters. You're not going to be able to accumulate. You're not going to be able to create. You're not going to be able to do anything. So you have to take care of that body temple, the mental portion of you, that spiritual, and that physical aspect of who you are in order to acquire and maintain and sustain that wealth. So yes, I'm with you. I'm definitely with you.
And your health is wealth. You know, there's so many people that are chasing wealth, and then when they don't take care of their health, they're giving up their wealth to regain their health. Come on, somebody. Where is my mic? Where is my mic? I'll drop my little water as my mic. Bam. I'll drop the remote as my mic. Bam.
Oh my goodness. If you all are just tuning in, you need to get in here. You're going to have to rewind it and start back over, because I'm here with the wonderful Linda Clemons. This is Fly Nubian Money. My name is Erica. I'm here with the wonderful Linda Clemons, the owner and CEO of Sisterpreneur. Now, please be sure to sign up for flynubianmoney.com if you would like to learn how to build wealth for your family. Now, check this out. The first month is free. And again, come on, Linda, let's get in here and keep talking about this, because I want my sisters to start making money, because there's plenty of money out here. And I want to go back to that portion where we were talking about, self-care, because the one thing that happens is a lot of times women pour themselves into their job and then they ignore themselves. And then when you start working for yourself, then you start really pouring yourself into the actual business itself. And then you forget again about self. How have you been able to balance out that managing your business, sustaining your business, scaling your business, and still taking care of you?
Absolutely. So think about this. If you are starting your business off as a solopreneur, your business rests and lies on your shoulders.
Yes.
So if you shut down, and unless you've got tools and strategies and systems in place, then your business shuts down. So what will happen if you don't take care of yourself? That if you're not taking care of yourself, then you will not exude success. Look at some of the top billionaires right now, CEOs, Bezos and Gates, and many of them. Look how they're getting into their fitness. Look how they're getting their bodies together. Yeah, they've got some of the best trainers in the world. You can have the best trainer in the world, but the trainer can't make you do the push-up. They can't.
And the trainer can't control what's on that plate.
They can't control what's on that plate. So you could be doing push-ups and you could do arm lifts and with the bars, but you could also be doing it with a donut when they're not looking. So if you are not taking care of yourself, because here's the thing, think about this. Think about this. Think about this as a shareholder. If you all holding stock in any Fortune 500 company or any company.
Yes, yes.
Let's say that the CEO does a press conference and the CEO comes on, he or she, overweight, out of breath, just barely, just panting. And you're thinking, this is the individual that's making the decisions on how the company is to be led.
Yeah.
Just because the way they take care of their physical self will leave you doubt. People will look at you, how you package, how you wrap your package, and how you take care of your package. And let me tell you why the health is important, because it's a matter of discipline.
Yes. And if you're not disciplined with yourself, you can't tell anybody else how to be disciplined. And then you can't discipline the business. The business has to be disciplined in order to sustain itself. So yes, I totally get that.
Absolutely. And I tell men and women all the time, people are not going to do what you say. They're going to do what they see you do. That's the term, action speaks louder than words. People say, show me. And I remember my mama used to say, baby, I could show you better than I can tell you. So you must demonstrate it. And for those of you out there, listen, you don't have to do it alone. There are wonderful organizations, wonderful support groups out there that can help mentor you through the sales process and through the business process, even helping you write your business plan, knowing all of that. Even if you can't get out there and network, which is key, you have to network because it's going to impact your net worth. Hello. Yes. Your network impacts how wide you cast your net. And it's so important because you never know who's the other piece of your puzzle. So in network, I'm gonna give you 3 little tips. Is that fair enough?
Erica, come on, 3
tips. So tip
y'all
number
got your
1,
pens, get your pens ready.
Get it ready. Anytime, now listen, moving forward, this is her inaugural show. From this day forward, you better have your $1 million journal pad.
Yes.
And I know some of you may want to type on the computer, baby. When you do that, you're disconnected. When you write it down, you own it. The brain sorts out what's important for you for survival and write that down. That's where you're going to remember it more. And because you own it, when you write that down, because the feeling and emotion. So you take notes every time you get on her show, because now what you'll be doing is building your $1 million blueprint.
Yes.
So here's the tea. I'm going to spill the tea. Number 1. In networking, check this out. You want to sow. Now think about this. You reap what you sow, or think about that now. You reap what you sow. You want to sow in the areas that you want to see grow. So if you are sowing and supporting another woman in her business, and you are giving and doing that, and you want to support another woman, the law of reciprocity, be it woman or man, but the law of reciprocity, it will come back to you. You're activating that law of reciprocity in the universe. So sow in the area that you want to see grow. Not just other people, but also in your business too. So if you want to see your social media grow, then you've got to invest in that area. If you want to build your marketing, you've got to invest in that area. If you want to build your brand, you've got to invest in that area. So number 1, sow in the areas you want to see grow for yourself and for others as you are doing that superpower networking. Okay. Number 2, and this one I love.
Okay.
And I don't tell this to everyone. I normally say this for my client. And special,
okay,
because you're watching Erica's show.
Come on,
you must be special. So here is the deal: establish a 24-karat gold touch. So Linda, what does that mean? Okay. A 24-karat gold touch is as you begin to build clients and build relationships, find ways to touch base with them 24 times a year. That's only 2 times a month. So be it to pick up the phone, checking in on the client, offering something of value. Just don't call them and say, okay, I want to upgrade you. Here we've got some new models in, or we've got this new, add value. So let's just say that your client is a marathon runner. Let's say through your network, you have connections to be able to get them registered for the Boston Marathon or one of the other big marathons, or their theater or whatever. Add value. Or you saw an article because you are well read,
Mm-hmm.
Well read, and you saw an article that can add value to your client's industry. Wow. So that's touching base. Why are you doing this? So that you could be the first thing that's on their mind and the
Yes.
last thing when it comes to doing business. That's number two.
You
And
remember them and they'll remember you.
they'll remember you. And number three, now there I have about 10 strategies for
Okay.
networking, but I'm just giving you three to
Just
get you
three.
started. Okay, giving you three. And number three is when you give, you forget. I'm going to say that again because I know
Ooh, I'm
some
gonna
of you,
write that one down.
amen, amen. Some of y'all thinking, wait a minute, because some of you, this is what you do. You say, girl, remember how I hooked you up? You owe me. When
Let it
you
go.
give, you forget. And when you receive, you remember.
Yes, because when you're in receiving mode, your hands are open and you're just freely being grateful. Yes.
And your hands are open when you give.
When you give.
And thus you're ready to receive.
Yes.
So that's how the flow. And if you could just start with those three, it can make a difference in your business. And perhaps maybe on another show, we'll talk about the power of doing a wonderful pitch. Some of you call it an elevator pitch.
Yeah, what has it been upgraded to now? Because I know that term is a little bit dated. What is it
They
being
still
called now?
call it that. They still, believe it or not, they still call it an elevator pitch.
Oh,
But
okay.
for my master students,
Uh-oh,
and
master students. Come on, ladies,
yeah,
master
for my
students.
master students, I have what I call $1 million minute. And there's a structure of how to develop and build that.
I love how everything with you is based on millions. You my kind of people.
And so let me tell you, I'm glad you said that, sis. And for those people that are listening, you're thinking I can never, ever make $1 million. Let me tell you this, in my opinion, okay? In my opinion, the difference between someone making $1 million a year and $100,000 a year is the work ethic, a zero, and a mindset. Because you just put that zero behind that 100,000, but how that person is able to do that, it's their work ethic. Come on.
Work ethic.
Okay. Adding a zero in their mind.
Adding a zero in your mind.
Changing their mindset to go out.
Changing your mindset. Yeah, that's true. And because it all goes back to you. It all goes back to you. All right, y'all. We are here. This is Fly Nubian Money. We have Linda Clemons in the building. She is pouring tea, honey. She just gave us 3 tips. I'm going to review them really quickly. You said sow. You reap where you sow. You're going to reap where you sow. So you want to sow into somebody, that's where you're going to reap. Number 2, 24 karat gold touch. You
Think
want
of
to
your
reach
Bruno
out.
Mars song. Think of Bruno Mars, 24 karat.
Yes, 24 karat. 24 karat. Come on, Linda, work the show.
Girl, do we have to pay for this? We have to pay for this. We have to pay for this.
This is that magnetism that you was talking about on Instagram. That 24 karat gold touch, reaching out to your people 24 times per year. And also the last one is when you give, you forget. I'm sorry, when you give, you forget. And when you receive,
you remember.
You remember.
See, I'm going to say like, wow, you're going to remember. I'm your first guest. I'm going to remember that I was able to be a part of this wonderful experience for you. Wow, that right there creates bond.
Yeah, and for me, I'm going to remember all of this because you literally pouring into me. And next thing you know, I'm going to be a millionaire in the morning.
You already a millionaire. Listen.
Yes.
Ladies, queens out there, and a few good kings that are peeking in and listening. You are already a millionaire. Watch this. Get ready. I'm about to drop this for you. Listen.
Okay.
The reason why it hasn't landed in your bank account yet, because your money is in circulation. Think about when a plane can't land, they'll get notification from air traffic, either traffic's busy or there's something going on in the air, the holding pattern. When there's no clearance, it can't land. So until we begin to shift our mindset and shift the way we think, there's no clearance. So that money's waiting for you. It's trying to land.
Okay.
But it can't land in a clouded space.
Clouded space. Yes. So
Right.
clear your
It can't
mind. What are
land.
you thinking about? What are you
Clear your mind. What is that
entertaining?
song? I've got a good friend that's in a famous singing group, and one of their songs is "Free Your Mind and the rest will
Yes. And
follow."
the rest will
So
follow.
free your mind.
Yes. Yes. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Quick question for you. How did you go about making sure your services were unique to the needs of your clients? How
Well,
did you go about doing that?
one of the things, and I know this is exciting, and we've got only like maybe a few minutes left, but what's so
Mhm.
exciting is you can't be everything to everyone.
Okay.
You can't. And here is the thing that I believe, that everyone here on earth was put on earth with the purpose that there is a problem waiting for you.
Mm.
Listen to what I'm saying. Everyone was put here on earth, I believe, with the divine purpose, with the problem waiting for you. Now, why am I saying that? Because you were designed to solve that problem. The Bible says that your talents and gifts will make room for you. Have you ever been to in a situation where perhaps some of you that are listening, that you took your car to one mechanic, couldn't fix it, took your car to another mechanic, couldn't fix it, then a so-and-so, you just about give up. And there's somebody said, now look, there's this little old man around the corner. Now he retired, but he was a master mechanic. Oh my gosh, what does that little old man know? He probably haven't been fixed the car. I'm telling you. So you go and take your car to get this thing fixed. The little old man, he looks at it. Takes the little hammer, the little tools. He looks at it. Then all of a sudden, he does one thing in less than a few minutes, and all of a sudden the car starts. And you go, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. No one's been able to get it working this right. It was just enough to get it towed over here. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. How much do I owe you? And he gives you this price. And you will say, oh my gosh, $500. It didn't take you that long to do it. It only took you a few minutes. The thing is, you are not paying for the time it took him to do it. You're paying for the skills that he was able to use to do it. You didn't pay for the time it took because you couldn't pay for the time, for the years and the expertise, madam. You couldn't have paid for that. Come on now. It's the know-how where to do it. So as the Temptations would say, it's the way you do the things that you do. Walt Disney once said, do what you do so well that people will come from all around the world to see you do it and pay you to do it and bring others to see you do it as well. Do what you do. So find out that thing that you do best, that purpose that's calling you, and learn everything possible you can about it. There are many other body language experts out there, and I know who they are, know their works, respect them all, and been referred by some of the top body language expert FBI agents out there because of my gift and the way I do what I do. So if we all have our own little pizza shop, Erica, yours is on the west side, mine's on the east side, someone else north, south, all same price. But next thing you know, your pizza place is jumping. My pizza place is jumping. And the other two people saying, how come their places are jumping? They using the same sauce. They using this. It's the experience. It's the connection. It's the excelente. It's how we serve and how we do it that makes them keep coming back, that they will pass the other shops just to be in our presence.
Yes, and because people will always remember how you made them feel. They'll always remember that experience. One more question for you with women, because sometimes with women in business, we become afraid to ask for money. What are some of the things that you can say to women out there that are listening that have their businesses and they're just afraid to scale their business because they're afraid, like, oh my God, that might be too much to ask for. That might be too much to pay. What do you say to those women that are afraid to ask for the money?
I'm going to ask you, who told you it was too much? How are you low grading yourself? Your level of confidence is so low that you are shortchanging yourself. Who told you that was too much? I remember I've got over 40 years in the resort industry. Easy word for most people, timeshare. And all the time, one of the top sales producers in the world in my industry, one of the top trainers in the world in my industry. And all the time, I remember my earlier years, well over 40 years ago, I remember my earlier years when I was showing the price, showing the product, showing everything that it offers. And if someone looked at me and say this, listen, and they would say this, is that the price? I would lean in, Erica, and look at it and says, is it too low? Is it too low? Let's see if we can get you something bigger
You know,
that you deserve.
I love the nod. Is it too low?
Is it too low? Is it too low? Of course, you make your you make your enemy your friend, get them to laugh. And so they start laughing. It says, no, no, no. So let's talk about it. Is it the monthly or the down? You're telling me that you're spending this and you're going to do this for the rest of your life. And so on, so on. The cost of doing that and not including inflation is this. So why do we lowball ourselves? Men don't do it. Men will ask more whether they're qualified or not.
Yes, they will. So why should we?
Why not?
Why not?
Ladies, because what you do, then your people, your team will do that. And those daughters who are watching you,
yes,
do the same.
Yes. What are some of the strategies that you use when you're hiring employees, or if you do hire employees? What are some of the things that you're looking for in people? Are you looking for characteristics that are within yourself, or you're looking for different things that someone may bring to the table that you can maybe develop in them and hone?
Well, what I'm looking for is, number one, they've got to be knowledgeable in their area of expertise, or what their gifts are, or what they're applying for. Number two, they have to have a level of integrity. Number three, I have to see a bit of charisma and natural talent. Okay, because passion can die down.
Yes.
See, they can be passionate in a minute, but a passion can die down. But that desire is deeply rooted. So when someone desires something, they will move heaven and earth to get it. And I have to see that competitiveness, not necessarily with just everybody else, but just bettering their best. That's what's important to me, because I don't want you to just go to get close to the finish line and just go, okay, I'm done. I want you to say, wow, if I got the bronze, I want to get the silver. If I got the gold, I now want to get the gold. Now that's not enough. I want 3 golds, 5 golds, 10 golds, whatever. And if you look at Michael Phelps, Simone, you look at Simone Biles, you look at Venus or Serena, baddest of the baddest, because they continue on to better their best. And that's what I look for. Work ethic, integrity. That's what I look for.
Okay. All right, everybody. Linda Clemons, sisterpreneur. Now, people want to reach out to you, or they want to follow you and look at you on social media. Where can they find you? What's your social media stuff? And what's your
Please
website?
follow me on Instagram. It's my name, at Linda Clemons, and it's Clemons with 1 M. Think of the word lemons with a C in front of it. CLEMONS. So this is the same there on Instagram. And my 2 favorites, of course, Instagram and LinkedIn. And I have an ebook, if you don't mind, if I give away, talk about the ebook. So the link is my name, Linda Clemons, ebooks.com. And it talks about body language. Oh, you're going to love it.
Yes, I'm going to look at that. Yes, body language.
Yeah, you'll love it. And the investment's only $4.99. So when you invest in yourself, now you begin to activate. Activate investing in yourself.
Yes, you can't be afraid to invest in yourself, ladies. That's the best money ever spent. Whether you're investing money or time, the best time spent with you is what you're going to get your fruits of your labor from, when you spend that time with yourself, whether you're reading, you're writing, exercising, or doing something for you to nourish those skill sets that you have. It is the best time spent. Linda, thank you for spending time with us here. Everybody, again, my name is Erica. I'm still reading this because it's my first one and I haven't memorized the script. So tune in next time and I should have it memorized. You're watching Fly Nubian Money. Make sure you sign up for flynubianmoney.com. You can get a free month and get all kinds of goodies on there, ladies. So please make sure that you check that out. Linda, it's been a joy having you. Thank you so much for being my first guest. Love you. You have one more word for the ladies out there before we go?
You know what? Yesterday is a cancel check. Tomorrow is a promissory note.
Yes.
Today is the only cash you have on hand. How are you going to spend your day? Thank you.
And there you have it. Ladies, gentlemen, if you guys have crept in here, thank you so much for watching. Linda, it's been a pleasure. Everybody, I'll see you next time. Have a good one.